Hey there, today is April 6th and today is going to be task 15, and along with that task we are going to be reading Coyote Places the Stars. So for this earth science unit, we have had several vocabulary words. So I always want to reiterate all of those words that we have talked about. It's going to be days 1 through 14. So some days we didn't have any new vocabulary words, but we continue to go back to these words, and the tasks always want them to use vocabulary words in their writing. So these are going to be the words that they're looking for. So I will take a picture of this complete list and post it on Dojo, but I just always want to share that with you. So back here on the back, we have days 13, 14. We didn't have any new ones, but today is day 15, and we are going to have 4 new vocabulary words for today. So those words are going to be starry heavens, arranged, star pictures, and gaze. So those are going to be the words that we are going to add to our list today, and that we want to make sure that we include in our writing when we complete our task. So I'm going to go ahead and do our interactive read aloud, and through this book I'm going to ask some questions, and hopefully you enjoy. So Coyote Places the Stars by Harriet Peck Taylor. Legends are old stories that were widely believed but cannot be proven true. There are many Native American legends about objects in the sky. So since this text is a legend, what might we need to think about while we read this story? So we might need to think about what from the text can actually be proven to be true and what parts cannot be proven to be true. So legends are gonna have things that can't be proven. So we want to try to pull those pieces out. What can be proven to be true and what cannot. Coyote Places the Stars. Many moons and many moons ago, a coyote lived in a canyon by a swift-running river. He spent his days roaming the land, chasing butterflies and sniffing wildflowers. He lay awake at many nights gazing at the starry heavens. One summer night, as he was relaxing in the cool grass with his friend Bear, Coyote had an idea. "I think I will climb to the heavens and discover their secrets." Bear scratched his big head and asked, "How can you do that?" "I can get up there with no trouble at all," Coyote said. So here on this page, the author said, Coyote lie awake many nights, gazing at the starry heavens. What do you think that means? So what could starry heavens be? If the starry heavens are just the night sky, then what do you think it means for Coyote to gaze at them? What would gaze mean? And what does it tell us about Coyote if he's lying awake at night gazing at the starry heavens? Now, Coyote was very skillful with a bow and arrow. He gathered a very large pile of arrows and began to shoot them at the sky. The first arrow whistled through the air and landed on the moon. Coyote launched a second arrow, which caught in the notch of the first. Whirr went the arrow. Whizz went the next. And on until this long line of arrows made a ladder. Coyote then began to climb. He climbed for many days and nights until he finally reached the moon. He slept all that day as he was very tired. That night, Coyote had another clever idea. He wondered if he could move the stars around by shooting at them with his remaining arrows. His first arrow hit a star and moved it across the sky. He found he could place the stars wherever he wanted. Coyote wagged his bushy tail and yelped for joy. He was going to make pictures in the sky for all the world to see. First, he decided to make Coyote a coyote. So he shot one arrow after another until the stars were arranged in the shape of a coyote. Next, he thought of his friend Bear and placed the stars in the form of a bear. Coyote worked all night creating likeness of all his friends: mountain lion, horse, goat, fish, owl, and eagle. With the stars he had left over, he made a big road across the sky. When he was finished, he began to descend his ladder back to Earth. So the text here says that the stars were arranged in the shape of a coyote. What does arrange mean? And what was Coyote creating by arranging the stars? That night, when the bright moon rose in the east, Coyote saw his handiwork and began to howl. Howl was carried on the wind through the shadows of the canyon. Birds and animals awoke suddenly and listened to the mysterious sound. It seemed to be calling to them from canyons and mesas, hills and plains. They came following the sound. So why did Coyote howl at the moon? Bears bounded out of their dens, squirrels scampered, and rabbits hippity-hopped over the hills. Bobcats crept and bristled, porcupines waddled along the trail. Graceful deer moved swiftly, while lizards slowly crawled across the desert. Silvery fish splashed their way upstream. The mighty mountain lion and herds of buffalo joined the journey. The great eagle soared over moonlit mountains. On and on went the parade of animals, following Coyote's magical voice. Finally, Coyote appeared, high on a rock. The animals formed a huge circle, and all became quiet. Coyote's eyes blazed with pride as he said, "Animals and birds and all who are gathered here, please look at the sky. You will see the stars are arranged in the shapes of animals. I made a ladder to the moon, and from there I shot my arrows to create the picture you see." As the animals looked up, a great chorus of woofing and whiffing, screeching and squawking filled the air. I made a coyote and my friend Bear. You will see the mysterious owl, the great eagle, the goat, horse, fish, and the mighty mountain lion. This is my handiwork, and I hope that all who see it will remember Coyote and all the animals of the canyon. So why did the animals woof and whiff and screech and squawk? Why did Coyote create the picture in the sky? The animals gave a great feast for Coyote, and they sang and danced through the night. The animals decreed that Coyote was the most clever and crafty of all the animals. Coyote was so grateful that he declared, "I will always be your friend and the friend of your children's children." Now, to this day, if you listen closely in the still of the night as the moon is rising, you may even hear the magical howl of Coyote. He is calling you to go to your window, to gaze at the star pictures, and to dream. So the last page of this text says you could gaze at the star pictures to this day. Why are you able to see star pictures or patterns in the night sky? What did Coyote do in this text? And why did he do that? What do we know to be true from this text? What are some of the pieces from the text that cannot be proven true, that are fictional? And why are those parts fictional? Use your knowledge from our entire unit to explain your thinking of what was fictional here.